Okay, those of you that are already feeling or sensing spirit around or hearing, voices of loved ones that have crossed or guides or angels or God, this time, whenever you're getting these pulls or somebody else is in the room, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart if you want to or need to, and say who's here. And allow your mind space, your visionary space to see who they are and what they look like.
Hello, and welcome to the Constance Messmer Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Today, in this segment, I'm going to talk to you about some exercises that you can do to strengthen your clairvoyant muscles, your ability to see psychically. So clairvoyance is all about sight. I hope you enjoy our time together. Don't forget, with clairvoyance, you can see things either on a physical level, as if they're dense or solid, and they seem to be sharing our same physical dimension, our physical reality. Or you can see clairvoyantly items as if they are superimposed on the physical. It's like kind of as if you were to see a reflection in a window while still being able to see through the window. And so they might appear to you as if they're more kind of vague, or you can see through them, or just it's a real subtle experience, right? So just remember, when we're doing these exercises, you might be able to see them either way, the experiences of what you're actually trying to look for and look at either way. And then you can also try with eyes open or eyes closed. Sometimes, even though I might be talking about auras, try with your eyes closed. Just, this is your exercise, right? We're in the scientific realm of psychic exploration and exercises for your soul awareness. Great. The first exercise is looking at auric fields. Everything has an auric field, everything alive and nature, animals, humans. And we're just going to practice with your own auric field in regards to looking at your hand. So again, put your hand up against a wall, a light colored wall or a white wall. And if you don't have one of those in your space, then tape a piece of white paper up. You're going to hold your hand out at arm's length in front of your field of vision, and you're going to spread your fingers apart. Then I want you to focus your gaze on your finger, any finger, and then just notice in your peripheral vision around the finger's edge any slight haze. You're going to look for a haze or a glow or sparks. So you're going to have focused awareness, but relaxed focus awareness. Focus just by being, you're going to, make the effort to, this is what you're looking for, but just relax your gaze and don't try too hard. You just get that spacey look that kind of comes in, and then all of a sudden you're like realizing that you're seeing around your fingertips maybe these colors or sparks or whatnot. Then we can also do this with a friend, right? We can ask them to stand up against a light colored wall. We can stand at a distance opposite them, let our gaze soften, look at their head and notice around their shoulders and head. Perhaps we see a band of light. Notice the width of the band of light. Notice it's the same thing as when you were looking at your hand and with your fingers splayed and around your fingertips. Notice any intensity of colors that they have coming off their body. Just again, relaxed gaze, relaxed focus, and just you'll begin to see this bit of color that shows up in the auric field. And that's one way to exercise your ability for clairvoyance, using clairvoyance when looking at auras. The next exercise I've mentioned before, this is great fun. It's just when you're wondering what time it is, don't look at the clock. Just close your eyes, or you don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. Imagine picturing the clock in your mind and reading what time it is. Do this with the intention of knowing what time it is, and then seeing the clock in your mind, reading the time, and then check for the accurate time and see how you did. See how close you saw the number without guessing. This is not a guessing game. This is a clairvoyant exercise. This one, I want you to put your clairvoyant soul to task. If you've lost something, I want you to picture it in your mind's eye and really turn it over and over in your mind's eye so you see it clearly. And then I want you to just kind of look around it with your mind awareness to vision, where is this? What is it up against? Is it on a shelf? Is it under a desk? Is it, where is it? What's surrounding this? If you don't see it right away, I want you to set the intention that you're going to know it's going to come to you in a visual awareness. The image is going to just kind of nag your mind over and over and over again. Like you see yourself opening the closet, or you see yourself opening the drawer, or you see yourself, looking under the bench, or whatever it is, and allow the vision to come to you and allow clairvoyance to guide you to help you find lost items. This is a reminder of the mirror trick. I love doing this. I started doing this when I was really young. You look in the mirror, unfocused eyes, but you're staring at your eyes. You're staring. And you're noticing in your peripheral vision how your face changes, right? This is clairvoyance. You're doing this, setting the intention that you want to see previous lifetimes or anything that's kind of still holding in your energy space. We're going to do this one again when I go through, really processing past lives, because I just find it so fun and fascinating. It's just so freaking helpful. Wait till we get to it. But for now, I want you to just use this to look at your own image in the bathroom mirror or bedroom mirror or whatever. Sit there and just look, and let lifetimes pour through your visionary experience and maybe see your face different, see your gender different, see your facial hair or eyes or, different, or maybe you see different head coverings. Just allow this to play through your mind's eye, or you might see it in the physical, right? Or it could be on an inner impression, much like you can imagine a cat walking across your lap right now, right? Just like that. You're like black cat, or maybe you saw tiger cat or calico. And every time I say that, right, you're seeing kind of what that looks like in your mind's eye. Same thing when you let these lifetimes roll through your experience when you're looking at the mirror. Yeah. Now do the same experience with a friend. Look at them and ask with just the intention of, where have they been before on the planet? What are their other lifetimes? Let me see them dressed or with headgear in those other lifetimes they've had. Or you can do it full body. Look at them and just say, hey, I want to try this experiment. And you sit in front of them and setting the intention, or just saying, okay, I want to just see them in other lifetimes and what did it look like for them, and just allow stories to unfold in your mind's eye or in your visionary awareness. And this again is an exercise, right? And then check the information with them. I see you with this, that, or the other thing. Or I remember one time I was doing this with friends and I was like, wow, I just see you with a crossbow on your back, bows and arrows. And they were like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do archery. And I tried it once and I was really, really good. And I was like, yeah, because you did this in a past life. This was your mode of proper, best behavior, was like you were the fabulous archer. So just have fun with it and then check the information with them and see if it resonates with them. I think you're going to have great fun with this. You really just have to be open, just let it flow, trust the images that come to you, ask that they be clairvoyant images and see what comes up. Okay, those of you that are already feeling or sensing spirit around or hearing voices of loved ones that have crossed, or guides or angels or God. This time, whenever you're getting these pulls or somebody else is in the room, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart if you want to or need to, and say, who's here? And allow your mind space, your visionary space, to see who they are and what they look like. And sometimes when we're working with spirit, it could be fleeting. And so just sometimes it can just be portions of them, maybe the, believe it or not, hand, or, just the head, that, because it's as good as it gets in that moment. But just be open to whatever comes, and, ask to make the connection stronger and clearer so that you could see more clearly. And just see how it goes, and use your journal maybe one day each week. If you really feel like, oh, this is what I want to do. I hear my, dad, or I hear my uncle, or I hear, grandma, or my child, and I want to really see them. And so, or if I feel them, or I just know they're around, even though I can't hear them or see them or feel them, I just know they're around, claircognizance. Then just take the time to close your eyes and say, listen, I really want to see you in my mind's eye. Remind me what you look like, or let me hold the vision. And maybe you remind yourself what they look like, and let that image become animated, right? Because this is a way that we can use clairvoyance as a calling card to our loved ones on the other side, is to remember what they look like. This is why sometimes some psychics or mediums want to picture a photo, and I don't use those. I'm like, no, you don't have to bring one. They'll either show up or they won't. And they always show up, right? And then I'll either get what they look like, or I'll get their mannerisms. I just work how I work, right? But, so maybe you take a picture of this loved one that you're adoring and missing and want to have more connection with, and you use that to jumpstart the image. Do you remember I told you the 8th grade story where the statue came alive? This is what can happen. This is actually, I'm not the only religious mystic person that had this happen to. Countless mystics have had this happen. And so this is why sometimes we use pictures to jumpstart clairvoyance. And so mess with this, a few times this week to see how that goes for you, to see about allowing yourself, that way of calling to your loved one to say, I want to, meet with you. And even if it's just sitting in their space and sitting in their presence. I have a lot of loved ones that I see them, but they don't say much. They're just like, yep, we're here. And then meanwhile, on through the day, when I have things turn out or work out, or magical things happen, I'll be like, who's doing this? And then I'll feel and know and hear that it was them, so they have a different way of connecting. Remember, we're working these muscles, as are they. They're not all necessarily as skilled, right? Just because they're on the other side. Us too. Us too. So maybe I'm going to teach some classes in spirit, but actually I got this stuff from spirit. So whatever, right? But have fun with this, right? I totally, totally believe you that you're going to be fabulous at this. I'm getting full body goosebumps. All right. Don't give up. Don't give up. Work, work, work. In future segments, I will be bringing you into meditative spaces where we connect with loved ones that have crossed, where we connect with our angels, where we connect with guides, where we connect with the divine. So don't worry. But just today, I just want to do the clairvoyance specific exercises. All right. Love and light, baby. Okay. Phew. I'm tired. What a workout. So that's all your gift of the day this week, or whatever, however long you gap between my podcast segments. Use these. Pick and choose, try each of them, build up, or pick your faves and work through them to build the muscle that is clairvoyance. Yeah. Okay. So don't forget to share the love. If you like what you're hearing, tell your friends, family, cohorts, associates, and encourage them to listen from the beginning, because the lessons do build one upon the other. I do this to encourage spiritual growth and health. And I just think the world will be a much better place when we all start tuning in and living from our soul's awareness. And so I'm really grateful that you are listening. I'm encouraging you to follow or subscribe, and I appreciate it, right? As always, thanks for tuning in. Legally speaking, this podcast is presented solely for educational, spiritual, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or the advice of a physician, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat a health problem or condition. Always check with your doctor. Thank you.